Hey YouTube, my name is Marita. Dr. Marita P here. Welcome to another edition of the Nurse Lounge. And today we're going to do part 2. Same outfit, same clothes. I'm just going to try to make these videos no more than an hour long because there is over 60 or 70 something comments. I'm addressing most of them on this platform so that we can go ahead and expose the racists for who they are. And they didn't think I was going to come back for them, but you know what? They don't think fat meat greasy, but here I am showing them that it is. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and jump right on in part 2. If you want to see part 2 of me addressing the negative comments or me addressing the comments in general regarding my thoughts on the march. Now, mind you, the name of the march has now changed. It's no longer the Million Nurse March, but if you want to see again what I'm talking about, stay tuned. All right, welcome back. My name is Dr. Marita P, nurse educator, been a nurse for almost 18 years. And in this video, as I said in the title, that we are going to, or in the intro, we are going to discuss again or address more of these comments when it comes to these people who have lackluster ability in terms of to be able to think intellectually. They have low emotional IQ. You can tell that by their comments. And we can tell this because of the fact that they think they can come on my platform and say what they want to say. Now, this is the thing, though. In my video, if you watch the video, so if you haven't seen part 1, go back and see part 1 of the comments. But in my video, or go back and see the video for that matter, I may tie them to this at the end. I simply put my thoughts as to what my thoughts were to the march, okay? The name has changed, but again, to the march. With that being said, I specifically said that you do whatever you want to do in the video. Do whatever you want to do. I don't care, and I don't. But my comment was, my issue is, or was, because again, they've now added it to the agenda, that if we're going to go in March, let us go and be inclusive. Let's talk about all the issues that we have. And the fact that we cannot stand united if we are divided behind closed doors, when you sit there and hurt BIPOC nurses every single day, when you mistreat BIPOC nurses every single day. And I've been told that I need to go, I need to start my own movement. No, what you ought to understand as your white supremacists is that it's not my movement. It is your movement to fix, okay? But since you're a white supremacist, we know that you will never do that. So I'm going to call you out. That's the issue. It's never a minority, a BIPOC person responsibility to fix racism. We don't fix racism because we didn't start it. You have stolen everything. Your ancestors have stolen everything. You have not built anything upon your own. It's everything about fraud. Even the premise of this march was built off of fraud. Someone stole it from the main creator, who was black, and took her off of the or kicked her out the group, the Facebook group, and to make an agenda in terms of making money, a profit off of this, okay? And you think we're going to stand for that? You lying, cheating, stealing people, you think we're going to stand for that? No, so until you have receipts that you know what you're actually standing up for, you're part of the problem. So again, we're going to address the comments because I'm going to address the simpletons for who they are and the white supremacists for who they are, and I'm going to expose them because I want the people to know, I want the world to know, and I'm taking screenshots, by the way, so if y'all think you can go back and delete your comments, it's going to be too late by the time this comes out. And we're going to go ahead and put this out here. I also have a TikTok, and I have a few other platforms that I have, and I have people that I'm sharing this with so they can put it out there as well, because I know people who can find out where you work, okay? Now, with that being said, I suggest you all learn to censor what you put on other people's pages, especially when it comes to race issues, because that's not tolerated over here. All right, so let's go with Chris Nomes. Chris Nomes says, okay, so bullying and racism have nothing to do with this. Okay, Chris, guess what? Bullying is part of the agenda. Simpleton. Racism and bullying are not unique to nursing or healthcare, or even Florence Nightingale. We know that, Chris Nomes. Let me just continue. Tell me why, again, Florence Nightingale was a racist. Says, stay home, your joke. She was a racist because she said that she did not want that the British culture, she wanted the culture to be pure. Homogeneous, that's another word for that. So again, Chris Nomes, do your research, okay? I'm actually, you know what? I'm actually going to put this article. No, matter of fact, I'm not going to put the article up because the thing is, if you actually watched the video, you would have seen the article that I put up that actually said that she was a racist and explained why she was a racist in the video. So because you choose not to go and read for yourself, that just shows how lackluster and how you actually lack accountability for your own actions. You are part of the problem, Chris Noman. So if you are a nurse, if you are a Chris could be for male or female, really. So whoever you are part of the problem. And so therefore, we're going to expose you for who you are. I'm not the joke, you are. And you know what? One day you're going to need you a BIPOC nurse. That's all I got to say. You're going to need you a BIPOC nurse. You're going to wish you had to rethought what you said, because I hope a BIPOC nurse is not taking care of you when you on your hospital bed and you need help. Be mindful of that. You're going to wish you had never said that. What y'all don't realize is karma. Have y'all heard of karma before? Karma is something that when you put that out, it comes back to you. Now, whether y'all think karma is a bad thing, no, necessarily. Karma can be a good thing. So we put something out there in the universe, it comes back to you. Sometimes it doesn't come back to you, though. Sometimes it comes back to your children. And would you wish something negative on your children because you put out bad energy to begin with, Chris Nomas? No, you would not. So be mindful of who you mess with on these apps, because guess what? Some people have ancestors who will come back and affect you, okay? Our people don't play about us, okay? Okay, Chris Nomas, our people do not play about us. So be mindful of that. All right, Mr. Joke. All right, Carrie D says, so much talk of racism, but yet it hasn't stopped you from getting your doctorate. You know why it didn't stop me, Carrie? Simpleton Carrie, because of the fact that I worked hard for my doctorate. Do you understand why minority women, black women, have the most degrees, highest level of education, college education? Because we have to work twice as hard as our counterparts do, Carrie D. And with that being said, you said it hasn't stopped you from altering your appearance. Actually, I'm very much black, as you can see. I have never altered my appearance to be anything other than black. I am caramel complected, and I proudly display that. And the hair that's on my head, I can wear whatever head I want, just the same way you can wear whatever kind of lashes that you got on, the same way you put on whatever kind of makeup that you have on, the same way where you sit there and dress according to something you shouldn't be dressing like according to your pictures, Carrie D, because I looked you up. So with that being said, the racism issues are really on you. Maybe you are not happy with who you are, Carrie D. Not that y'all can see her in here, but let's go ahead and show her for who she is. She's not that cute according to this picture right here. So I really suggest that you, before you come after somebody else and their appearance, you take a look at the mirror at yourself and see what's going on with you before you start saying you have to come back for somebody and how they look. With that being said, Carrie D, because you have nothing else to go on, you want to go and attack somebody's features, what they look like. I am black. I don't know what you are, Carrie D, but I'm black. And if I recall, it's really you all, people like you, who actually emulate us. Okay. If you didn't know, black people can grow any texture of hair out their head. We don't have to have just kinky hair. We can grow with any kind of texture out of our head, okay? In terms of being black. So I actually already have shown my natural hair in other videos, Carrie D. So I'm very much aware of who I am, comfortable with who I am, and I'll put on whoever's head I want to put onto my head, Carrie D. So I suggest you work on the issues that you need to work on to fix you, because you're looking pretty tired in this picture right here, Carrie D. So anyway, like I said, there's nothing hypocritical about me. That has nothing to do with racism in nursing. So the way I look, the color of my skin, in terms of what I put on makeup or whatever hair I put on, has nothing to do with how white people treat me. Again, racism is a problem that evidently you have, not me. Because I am someone who is not racist. I am the victim of racism. Again, now you are bullying, Carrie D. So do I need to report you for that? Do I need to report you for bullying, Carrie D? Because again, I have the proof right here, Carrie D. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and take this screenshot right here. I have your comment, and believe me, I know what to do with that comment. Don't play with somebody that you don't know nothing about, Carrie D, because I'm not the one you want to come for, Carrie D, because I will go ahead and expose you for who you are. And like I said, it won't be pretty. So again, don't come over here unless you have some receipts, okay? The fact that I got my doctorate shows how hard I worked for that. I guess you're jealous because you don't have that. Not my problem. You will not bring someone down in order to make yourself look better because you're not looking cute right now. You have a good day, Carrie D. All right, Catherine Udding says, I think it's rather irrelevant that Florence Nightingale was a racist. Okay. I'm not saying it's right in any way, but in those days, everyone was racist. Oh, so we're making excuses that it's okay. So if you don't think, you're not saying it's right, but you're not really saying it's wrong either, Catherine. Not a good look. That means you're an ally of white supremacy. So therefore, we know who you are. I think you're missing the point by trying to make an issue of her being a racist. We are trying to change things now, including the issues that you bring up. Catherine, the issue was beyond, and that's kind of how I know y'all a little slow. Y'all really slow. The issue was actually beyond the fact that she's a racist. So if you didn't watch the video, you need to go back and watch it again. The issue was the fact that not only is she a racist, we're doing this on a day that celebrates a racist because it's her birthday. But in addition to that, the fact that we have racism in the field of nursing. That is the point, Catherine. So it's not really just about Florence. See, the thing is, you can't put two and two together, because you put two and two together and you still get one. You can't figure it out. It's not about just her birthday, Catherine. Y'all are so ignorant. It's really about the fact that, you know what? I'm not repeating myself, because you know what? You are a lost cause. So Gary C says, and I've already addressed her. Someone gave their opinion, and whether you agree with them or not, you told them keep their mouth shut. You're an oppressor, simpleton. I'm not an oppressor, because guess what? I can't be an oppressor when it's white supremacy that it's the white people who are the oppressors. All right, so Mama Fitbit says, thank you for sharing the info on Florence. I had no idea. Wow. I'm not in the profession, but I have a very dear family member who has now passed. Isn't also May 12th Mother's Day. Actually, Mother's Day is on May 8th this year, but it could have been in previous years. So I'm sorry to hear that, but yes, Florence is that kind of person. And unfortunately, Mama Fitbit, unfortunately, we have a lot of nurses who follow in her footsteps, her narrative. So I say that to say that be careful about who's caring for you. Be mindful of the people who are caring for you, as they who are not a part of those for Florence Nightingale followers, they may not give you the best quality care because of course, the people in this video who I've named already, who again would not provide you quality care because of the fact that they truly don't care about your best interest. If Mama Fitbit, if they are treating BIPOC nurses, if they're treating us in a negative manner in terms of discriminating and being racist against us, imagine what they're doing towards you, the patient. They could care less about either one of us. And the thing is, I'm exposing them for who they are. All right. So Iman Armani says, the date is what turned me off. I'm not marching in the name of Florence Nightingale. No, ma'am. Biting off of us and then on a white supremacist birthday. And that's exactly what white supremacists do. They will sit there and take your take from you, which is what I'm not saying. Now, I'm not going to say that the person who stole from the original creator of the movement is a racist, because that I cannot prove. But what I can say is that it's typical of white supremacy in your narrative is that you will take from somebody who was a minority who come up with an idea and create your own and steal from them and play it off as your own. And that's exactly what happened originally in this planning this march. Now, the original creator is back. The original creator is back, and supposedly they have split ways after we have exposed this said person for who she is. And I have a video that I played in part 1 that actually shows that what they were really doing behind the scenes and the text messages that went out as a result of that. So again, when you all align yourself with white supremacy, which is what you're doing, when you align yourself with people who carry or use that narrative as a mainstay to their plight, and anybody who tells you that you need to silence yourself or you need to stand in solidarity with them, but yet they don't include you in the process of saying, okay, let's address all our issues, is someone who does not align with your best interest. So that's all I'm saying. I'm calling people out for what they are. And again, these people do not like it. So thank you, Aman Amari, for that comment. Coco says, thank you for bringing this issue to light. I did not know Nightingale was a racist. Wow. Yes, ma'am, she is. Kim Pettis says, I'm definitely get this and had not thought about this until you, but you definitely right about it for sure. Thank you, Kim Pettis, because again, you also see that what the issues are. Nurse Chiquita Favor says, and this is a longtime follower of mine, glad that you're back. We needed you. I've been following you since 2020, and there's some other things that she want to see in my videos, and I will definitely be putting those up for her. I can't pronounce this one's name or username, but thanks for sharing the information. And so that's something else we have on here. You're welcome. All right. So with this being said, you know what I have found, to be honest with you, what is so funny about this whole video or the previous video is that these same white nurses or white affiliates don't come watch my videos any other time. So I find it funny that my audience is mostly minorities, BIPOC community. And most of the people who are BIPOC, some people did say they're going to still go and stand for this march. That's fine. I never said that you shouldn't. I said what I'm not going to do. And for some reason, you all got confused when I said what I'm not going to do, as if it's saying that you shouldn't. Because I said in the video, do whatever you want to do. So again, I can see that the community who came and said that definitely lacks intellect. And for the ones of you who come for me and saying, you know what, you don't, you come for my skin color. You come for the hair that I choose to wear that day. You come for my education. It shows me how low functioning you are. So thank you for showing the world how low functioning you are. You are very jealous of the fact that Black women can wear whatever hair they want to wear, whether it be their natural. And again, this is my skin color, y'all. So I don't know why in the wintertime, y'all don't understand that Black people get darker. You are so stupid that Black people they don't get darker. They get lighter in the wintertime because guess what? We don't have any sun or as much sun out here. So Black people, actually all of us, we get lighter in the wintertime, in case you did not know. You are so ignorant. The ones of you who said that I am skin bleaching, you are ignorant. This is what I look like in the winter time, okay? In the summertime, I will get darker. That's something that you could have looked up. But see, since you have no sense, you thought you would come from my skin color. My hair, anybody who's known me over the past few years have known I wear whatever hair I want to wear, and it has no relation to who I am or what I'm about in terms of who I want to be. That in itself does not substitute that you are allowed to, as white people, to be racist towards Black people, especially Black nurses and their patients and the patients. That's no excuse. So again, you all have nothing. You all have nothing. You have utilized in these comments, oh, well, that was back in Florence's time. Y'all are so stupid. It's still going on in 2022. What you mean it's not happening in Florence time? Because you choose to ignore it is not an excuse for it to not be addressed. Because it's never happened to you does not mean we do not need to address racism in nursing. I have had plenty of videos on the racism that we've experienced in nursing. And for you all to come and say that we need to change that, no. We didn't cause the racism in nursing. You did. So everybody who come on here thinking you can say what you want to say, I got you. I got all this. I'll get all the screenshots. I got everything. And I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with those. Okay. I really suggest when you come to somebody's page and you want to talk on something that you do not know, that you are respectful and you remain humble because you don't know something what you're talking about. Now, the one thing I did say in the video was what I was going to do. What I was going to do has no bearing on what you're going to do or what you should do. But for you to have the audacity, because you all got and bought that somewhere, I guess, the audacity to come tell me that we need to stand united when you have specifically said in these videos or in these comments that you don't believe this is an issue for us to address right now. Do you honestly think the BIPOC community is going to stand for that? No. And I'm exposing all of you. All of you. I have plenty of other forums as well that I'm going to go ahead and post these messages these comments that you posted on with your name. And I'm going to do some research and find, actually I found most of you already on your other social media sites. So I really recommend that you think long and hard about who you try to come for, especially when you're posting racist type stuff and you know that somebody's going to come back for you. Do you want your employer to find this out? That you are racist? Do you? Do you want your patients, you want your neighbors who they thought that you were this, that, and the other, and we find out that you're not? So again, I don't play when it comes to my students. I don't play when it comes to my kids. I don't play when it comes to me. And I definitely don't play when it comes to my people. One thing you're not going to do is come talk to us any kind of way in the comments and think we're not going to come back for you. So when you sit there and say, Catherine, when you come back and say, you know what, you come back and say this, that, and the other, you're talking bad about me, you're calling me names and telling me I lack intelligence. This is the thing. I match your energy, Catherine, and others. I match your energy. So if you had came correct, you would have got correct. But the one thing I don't do, I don't, I'm still at the level where I'm going to sit there and get you all the way together. So you're not going to be able to come over here. So you have some nerve to think you can come over here and say what you want to say. And I'm supposed to humbly tuck my tail and run? No, see, that's slave master mentality. So y'all must have got that somewhere. Somebody must have brought you up that way to make you think that you're better than somebody. That's what racism is. It means that you feel like you have power and control, that you look down upon somebody because of their race, because you think that you are the superior race when you're actually inferior based on the character of how you act. You all have demonstrated in these comments time and time again that you are inferior to anyone on this earth if you think you can talk to somebody the way you talk to people in these comments, or to me in these comments. You've proven that. And because you have proven that, you are actually demonstrating that we are superior. The ones of us who think those, the ones of us who want to be allies, the ones of us who want to be inclusive and include all issues that we have in nursing, that has nothing to do with color. That has to do with the fact that we really want humanity. We want us to all work together, and you do not. You want to keep us divided. So how dare you come and say, I'm dividing us because I want to address race issues, when you are the very person who caused them. You've been checked. Catherine, Margie, Desiree, Chris, Uma. I can go on and on and on. You don't want none of this. You really don't. You don't want any of this. So anyway, I hope that you all have the day that you deserve. We are going to get back to regular scheduled programming when it comes to, the content that I'm going to be posting on here. Again, just so you know, if you didn't know, they have added racism to the agenda. As a result of the whole backlash because of, again, content creators such as myself calling out people like yourself that are racist on here about your antics. And again, a hit dog will holler, so we'll see what's in the comments this time, because of the fact that, you know what, y'all always come hollering because it's talking about you. You wouldn't have anything to say if it wasn't you. And y'all are not bright enough to not comment when, even though if you felt that way. Shows low IQ on that one too, and emotional intelligence. But of course you're going to say, oh, that's name calling. That's name calling. No. I matched your energy. Also, when it comes to the bullying, we're supposed to be going to march against that, right? But yet you are doing all these things and telling me I need to stand united on something that we are divided in. Don't you think that's bullying? When you're trying to silence someone, don't you think that's bullying? When you do these hate comments, don't you think that's bullying? So you thought that you can come bully me on social media and you wasn't going to get that heat back? See, that's the problem with you all. You think that you are superior and you can tell somebody who's a minority what to do, and we won't come back for you. Because guess what? If I don't, my ancestors will. They don't play about us. I done told you that once. I'm going to tell you again. They do not play about us. You better watch who you're talking to and who you're dealing with when it comes to dealing with the BIPOC community, because we don't play that. We're not weak like you think we are. We're very strong. And when we unite, we create change. Now, you could either be part of the problem or part of the solution. That is up to you. But just know you stand on one side or the other. You can't be both. You cannot. So if somebody's on the fence and you want to know how can you create change, and you happen to be Caucasian, let me tell you, you have to stop racism within yourself. You also have to stop racism in dealing with the people that you deal with. So for instance, if you see a nurse being talked down to and you know it's a racist issue, you stand silent. You stand with the supremacy. That's what that means to us. If you stand silent, you stand with the supremacy. That's exactly what that means. If you speak up, and don't speak up after the fact, speak up at the moment. That's what you can do to create change. So these hate comments, because I want y'all to see these hate comments that I have, because of the fact that because I don't agree with standing along someone who believes in racism. Because again, if you don't stand against it, you're standing for it. There are no questions asked. I read that and understand that loud and clear, that you all who make those comments are standing for racism because you won't do anything to address it. There is no other option. So now that we've exposed you, we're going to move on from you, and we hope you've learned something from this. And I hope that you all have the days that you deserve. And just remember, like I said, karma can be something else. And it comes back to you. When it comes back to you, you don't have anything to complain about because you put that energy out there. And also the one who, Catherine, I think that was you, who talked about the angry black woman. I'm angry. I need an anger management. That's a classic racist comment. That's what that is. So Catherine, you have also been exposed for using racist antics, if that's what you're trying to do. And again, I look forward to the dialogue. Let's try to keep it professional this time. And if you can't, you know I'm coming for you. And again, a hit dog will holler, so we'll see you in the comments. Until the next time, you all have a great day.